When he was at USC, he always had to be the star. He always had to be the superstar on the field, and he often was. In the NFL, he can't be that. That's just not real life.
Caleb Williams has hit the number of snaps that the team wanted him to play this preseason. He could still play in the final game. I think I saw that he won't be, but I feel like we have seen all that we needed to. He's legit. The Bears are gonna be good when things come together with all the new young talent that they have. But just how fast will that happen? That's what we are all waiting to find out. In this video, I'm going to be talking about everything that has been going on with the Bears over the last few days, but before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are now on the road to 40k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. So, like I said, Caleb Williams has hit the snap count limit the Bears set for him this preseason, playing in around 47 snaps, which is right in the range of the 45 to 55 they were aiming for. The big question now is, have we seen enough from him, or do we want to see more before week 1? Caleb has shown a little bit of everything. Some great throws from the pocket, impressive plays outside of structure, and a few highlight reel moments. He finished the preseason with 10 completions on 20 attempts, throwing for 170 yards. He didn't have any touchdowns or interceptions, but his 50% completion rate and the way he moved the ball downfield were promising. He also had his share of slow starts, like those 3-and-outs against the Bengals. He's taken a few hits as well, which while risky, is beneficial because he's getting a feel for NFL level contact. We've seen him scramble, adjust at the line of scrimmage, and manage both quick passes and instances where he held onto the ball a bit too long. Overall, it feels like he's touched on most of the scenarios he'll face in a regular game, but maybe only once or twice. More reps could make these situations a little more instinctual. So, should the Bears allow him to play? There's a debate about whether Caleb should play in the final preseason game against the Chiefs. On one hand, like I said, he has experienced a bit of everything, so you could argue he's ready, but on the other hand, getting a few more snaps might help solidify his comfort level. Making everything more second nature as he heads into week 1. And by the time I do post this video, the decision will probably already have been made, so don't get mad at me if it's already set in stone that he's not gonna play. But anyways, more experience means more confidence. If he plays another quarter, or even a few drives, he could fine-tune his timing and decision making, which could pay off when the games start to count. But then the injury risk is of course always there. Assuming Caleb doesn't play against the Chiefs, the next time we'll see him is week 1, marking his first regular season NFL start. The Bears will likely keep the game plan simple, mixing in the rollouts and deep shots we saw in the preseason, but the focus will be on easing him into the season while keeping the offense balanced and not giving away too much of the playbook. In the preseason so far, the Bears did a good job of getting Caleb into a rhythm with early passes, but in the regular season, they might lean more on the running game, especially with how well guys like DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, and rookie Eon Wheeler have been performing. DeAndre Swift in particular has shown flashes of his dynamic playmaking ability, consistently finding gaps and breaking off significant runs early on in training camp. He's been a key part of the Bears' ground attack, as well as being a receiving threat out of the backfield. He is really showing why the team brought him in. And a strong running game with Swift leading the charge could take a lot of pressure off Caleb and help the entire offense find its rhythm. So yeah, while Caleb might sit out, there are other players who could really benefit from more preseason reps, especially those fighting for roster spots. Nate Davis, for example, is a veteran, but he missed a lot of time due to injury. He looked a bit rusty against the Bengals, and getting him some more reps could help him shake off that rust before week 1. Really, the entire starting offensive line hasn't had much time together, so additional reps could help build that necessary cohesion. There are also battles for roster spots at wide receiver, running back, and depth positions on the offensive line. Players like Dante Pettis, DeAndre Carter, Velus Jones Jr., and Travis Homer need to show what they can do in this last preseason game. Their performance could be crucial in securing a spot on the 53-man roster. And speaking of the wide receivers, the Bears have put together arguably the best wide receiving room in football. With the additions of Keenan Allen and 9th overall pick Odunze alongside star wide receiver DJ Moore, Caleb Williams has multiple Pro Bowl guys to throw to. So this really feels like the perfect setup for him. But recently, a Bears insider has raised alarms after revealing that Keenan Allen showed up to camp at 230 pounds, which is 19 pounds overweight of what he has played at his whole career. This was soon made worse after week 1 of the preseason, where Allen made his debut, and some believed he looked slow and sluggish. What makes it so frustrating for Bears fans is that all the reports are conflicted. Some are saying inside of training camp he has looked very good, getting open regularly, and looking like the Keenan Allen that the Bears traded for. And the Bears themselves don't seem very worried about Allen, as they are very happy with the instant connection between him and Caleb Williams. Now let's talk a little bit about Odunze. The Bears have really high expectations for him as they head into the season. And Odunze has impressed during training camp and the preseason with his size, speed, and route running ability. The Bears want him to play an important part in their passing game, perhaps serving as a deep threat. The team hopes Odunze can mature into a dynamic player behind Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, and the media alongside of NFL experts believe this.
And how great is it for Odunze to learn under Keenan Allen, to be able to learn how to become really a professional? And this guy, what you're getting is not just a guy at 6'3", 212, runs a 4'3", ridiculous ball skills downfield. If you saw him being interviewed and you watch his attitude, you're getting a guy that's going to come in that's humble, that wants to work, that eventually he'll be maybe a captain for this team. So you're getting a total package, an intangible guy that I think brings a lot more than just, hey, he's really big and he's really fast and he wins contested catches. This guy, of all the guys I sat down with and talked with to get ready in these production meetings, every time we'd walk out, I'd hit Fowler and I'd be like, man, that guy just locked in.
Now I want to switch gears and talk more about what's happening on the defensive side of things for the Bears. First off, let's talk about some of the positives. They have shown some real grit, with standout players like Gervon Dexter and Zach Pickens having good games. Dexter has shown promise against the run, but we haven't seen much from him as a pass rusher. More reps could help him refine his technique and get ready for the regular season. The same goes for Pickens, who has been solid against the run, but also needs to show more consistency in pass rushing. Moving into the secondary, the Bears have focused on strengthening their defense in coverage with the additions of Jonathan Owens and Kevin Byard. They are creating an elite secondary that starts with Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. Throughout camp and the 2 preseason games, their defense has been aggressive, often pressing the receivers at the line and disrupting the timing of opposing quarterbacks. This has been crucial in creating opportunities for turnovers. However, it's not all perfect. The defense has had some issues with consistency, particularly in the middle of the field. Linebackers have been caught out of position at times, leading to vulnerabilities against short and intermediate passes. The coaching staff has been working to address these issues, but it's something to keep an eye on as we head into week 1. So overall, the Bears defense has shown marked improvement compared to last year. The preseason has provided a solid foundation, but the real test will come when the games start to count. If they can maintain their intensity and clean up some of the loose ends, this unit has the potential to be a strong point for the team. And they need to be with a young QB under center on the other side. In conclusion, while Caleb Williams might sit out the final preseason game, there are plenty of other players that need those reps to secure their spots or further develop their skills. The game against the Chiefs is really going to be important for these guys as they try to make their final impressions before the regular season begins. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. That's really all I have to say for this one. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.